Alright guys, we're back here with Ron in Yakima, Washington. How's it going, Ron?
Not bad. How are you?
Good, good. How's your day been?
Not too bad. The usual.
What have you been up to today?
Getting my bedding all wrapped up and stuff, so carry it, and I'll probably go up to the mission for a while.
Where do you usually sleep at night?
Well, I usually sleep underneath overpasses on the freeway. Yeah, not on the freeway, but
underneath it.
Yeah, underneath the freeway. It gets loud. It gets really cold up there. The wind starts blowing, and it acts as a vacuum, and so the wind just goes clear across it. So I put up cardboard on each side of we call them catacombs, and so that way it cuts down on the wind.
How do you feel that impacts your sleep? I mean, that's gotta impact your sleep with all the noise going above your head.
Yeah.
You know?
And another thing, the place I'm at now, you can see like the concrete, like little pieces are falling off.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's
on
like
the overpass.
Yeah.
And just so for viewers to understand, we're describing the bridges that go from Sela to Yakima is what we're describing currently. Wow.
Yeah, because they haven't been. They're supposed to do routine maintenance on them, but they don't.
They don't, huh?
They don't.
So you mentioned that in this particular area that you're currently at, DOT came over here recently, or they're going to come over?
Yeah, they came. A cop came down and said, in a couple hours, DOT is going to be here, and so whatever you guys don't have out of here, then they throw it away. And it's sort of like anybody else on the top social ladder or the bottom social ladder. You work for what you get. You know what I mean? It's just it's not given to us, you know? I mean, like the mission and that kind of stuff gives us stuff, but as far as survival, it's just like anybody else.
Hey, sir, how long have you been out here in the struggle?
About 6 years.
How did it kick off?
Well, nobody wakes up one day and says, I'm going to go be homeless.
For sure.
You know, I lost my job.
What job did you have?
I was working for Labor Ready. I was actually one of their top 5 workers. I got all the high-paying jobs, the construction jobs, and all that. Well, I got hurt on a job one day, and they wouldn't hire me back. So then I lost my job. I was taking care of my dad, and then he died, and then the lady he was staying with didn't want me to stay at the house anymore.
Wow.
So then I stayed at the mission for a while, worked a few jobs here and there, nothing really sustained, but like any place else, you have people that, you know, they kind of backstabbing people, you know, they're good to your face, and then next thing you know, they're talking over here. You know, I mean, that happens anywhere. Just not being homeless or being a CEO, you know, it just happens. And so I just moved out of that. I just didn't want to deal with that, you know.
Sure. And so that's when you went into homelessness and stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
And for the most part, you'll go on and off at the mission and out here on the streets at night and stuff like that?
I actually work a part-time job for a private individual.
Oh, wow.
4 hours a day.
What do you do a day?
Anywhere from his yard work to washing his car.
That's cool.
Because he's 83 years old and he got COPD and he's retired, and he really likes me. I've been working for him for 4 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What kind of dangers do you face being out here in the streets?
Frostbite, getting ran over.
For sure. Oh yeah.
I hate to say it, but getting physically hurt. You know, I mean, a while back ago, there was a little boy that came up missing. Ludicrous.
Lucien.
Yeah, Lucien. Yeah. Okay, and his relatives were just swarming this place like bees, and they finally found him in the river.
Wow.
So we face a lot of stuff every day.
Yeah, I did hear about that they found him in the river,
Yeah, we face a lot of dangers every day. I mean, at nighttime when we cross the roads, you know, crossing the highways to get to your spot to go get water, you know, it just ain't fun.
How do you think it differs for you, being that, for example, the gentleman that's in the back with his girlfriend is your brother? How do you feel that it benefits you having a family member out here in the struggle?
Well, I know I have a place to go to where I can just relax. I can just, you know, take a long deep breath and just sort of let the day go away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A serenity kind of place. You know,
for sure.
A safe place. Because I know if me and my brother get together, yeah, there ain't gonna be nothing happening to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long has your brother been out here as well?
About 8 years.
About 8 years, a little bit longer than you.
And there's only me and him. We don't have another sister, another brother.
Wow.
So
and
that,
your parents both passed away.
Yeah, and then both our parents have died.
And who's older, you or him?
He is.
Oh, he's your older brother?
About 2 years older.
Oh, wow. Do you have any kids?
I have a kid. He's 36 years old.
Does he come and check up on you?
No, he doesn't have anything to do with me. So that's that. You know, I made a mistake a long time ago, 36 years. You know, tell you the truth, I walked out on his life because me and his mom were just toxic. And I got a hold of him. He's like, you didn't care about me then, so why should I care about you now? So, I mean, that's really, that doesn't, you know. And then he said, oh, you're homeless, you don't care about yourself. You know, if you straighten up and get a job, make something of yourself. You know, and, you know, when people say that, it really bothers me because I made myself, you know, make something of yourself. I am something.
For sure.
Okay? Just because I'm homeless.
And everybody has a different story and a different reason.
You know, just because I'm homeless doesn't mean I don't have morals. I don't have, you know, I had good elders. I've never forgot how my mom taught me and my elders taught me. They taught me to have respect, dignity, pride. You know, even if people treat you like crap, that doesn't mean you have to treat them like crap.
For sure.
You know, kill them with kindness and watch what they do. They'll be froze like deer in headlights.
Hey, sister, you've been out here for a little while. Over the course of that time, I'm sure you've gotten introduced to seeing the fentanyl and the effects of the fentanyl on the homeless community. Yeah. How would you say that the homeless community has changed with the introduction of fentanyl and the blues?
There ain't so many of us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you mean that because people pass away?
Yeah.
Due to the overdose of fentanyl?
I used to keep track of that. And in what was it? Let me try to remember. In 14 months, 22 people I knew died of overdose. In 14 months. That's like almost two a month. Mm-hmm. You know? And I have friends that do it, and whenever they do, I leave.
For sure.
Because I don't want to see another friend go down.
For sure. Yeah, there's times when I gotta end an interview because they just start doing next to me or close to me. And I'm like, I can't do that, man. I'm out. You know? I
can tell you a little story about me. I've never did heroin. I've never done fentanyl. I've never done perks. Okay, but I made a pretty, not stupid, but unwise decision one day. I decided to drink somebody's meth bong water.
Somebody's what?
Meth bong water.
Oh, okay.
And I died twice that day.
Wow. So you overdosed before?
Yeah. They told me when they did my blood work that I consumed about 10 grams of liquid meth in about 30 seconds. Whenever I drink her bong water and I sat it down, by the time I sat it down, my arm was going like this.
And was that enough for you to never touch meth again?
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm done with that.
That's good. That's good.
I smoke a little weed because it's legal, but
yeah, for sure.
You know, but that my hand, I can't straighten my fingers out.
Is that due to frostbite?
No, well, it's due from drinking that bong water.
Really?
When I went to the hospital, I had 106-degree temperature.
Whoa.
My vitals were 220 over 180.
You're lucky you didn't ruin your brain cells.
Well, see, this is another thing. when I woke up, the doctor said, "Glad to have you back." I said, "Well, what the hell do you mean?" He goes, "Because you died twice. First time for 3 minutes, the second time for 2.
Yeah.
He goes, "Most of the time we don't bring people back the second time because it does brain damage."
So they brought you back, and then you fell back into the overdose. Wow. Hey, sir, what message do you have for your children or friends if they end up seeing this video? Or your son, because it was your son.
Stop and think about your decision-making process. Take a really good, hard brain check before you go do something in life, because it can affect you for the rest of your life.
For sure.
You know.
Would you be okay with doing a follow-up interview in the future?
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Maybe by then I'll have a real job in the home.
For sure, sir. And I'm gonna give you my number so you can get a hold of me.
Right.
And that way, because we want to see the progression, we want to see the, you know what I mean. And so, but yeah, would you be okay with me posting this on my YouTube channel?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sweet, thank you, sir.